Hello, welcome to the first little video clip that I'm going to do, introducing you to some of the objects that we hold in the museum and also some of the themes that those objects cover. I'm going to be looking for the first series of videos into the role of women in the horological industry throughout history, starting with a name that most people will be really familiar with, which is H. Samuel. Now, currently there are around 300 H. Samuel shops up and down Great Britain, and it's a brand that most people are very familiar with as a well-liked high street jeweller. What most people don't know is that the H in H. Samuel actually stands for Harriet. Harriet was unusual in that she was running the business herself. She inherited the business, or at least took over her father-in-law's business in 1862. And the significance of her working in 1862 is that until 1882, when the Married Women's Property Act was introduced, women weren't legally able to own property or businesses if they were married. As soon as you married, during those times, you would automatically lose control of your property, lose control of your businesses, as they would legally become the property of your husband. So 1862, Harriet Samuel takes over her father-in-law's clockmaking business, which is based in Liverpool. She moves it to Manchester and starts a mail order company, producing, amongst other things, watches that look just like this one. This watch is marked H. Samuel of Manchester, and it would have been one of those early watches produced. Not made by Harriet herself, this is a Swiss-made movement, although it would have been put together as per her specifications for sale in her mail order shop. So this is quite an early example, because once she opens a second and third, etc. shop, you no longer get the Manchester mark, it just becomes H. Samuel. So this is one of the early ones dating from the 1860s. It was actually her son who took over looking after and developing the retail side of the business, with him opening the first high street store in Preston, and that was in 1890. The company as a whole has stayed with the family, so it went from her son to her grandsons, Gilbert and Robert. Gilbert and Robert expanded the business, got it up to around 200 stores, at which point one was awarded a CBE for public services, whilst the other, Robert, was elected as Master of the Clockmakers Company in London. We all know that the rest is history. There are now, as I said, about 300 of these shops around the country, and they remain one of the most popular high street brands for jewellery and fashion watches today. Thank you.